The notion that science is satanic and deceptive to faithful Christians is a perspective held by some individuals who believe that scientific discoveries and theories contradict biblical teachings. This viewpoint stems from a literal interpretation of the Bible, where any concept that challenges the biblical narrative is viewed as a threat to one's faith. Proponents of this idea argue that science is an atheist-driven endeavor aimed at undermining the authority of the Bible and leading people away from God. One of the primary concerns of those who believe science is satanic is the theory of evolution. They argue that evolution implies humans are not special creations of God, but rather the result of random chance and natural selection. This, they claim, diminishes the significance of human life and the notion that humans are created in God's image. Furthermore, they point out that the concept of evolution is often presented as a fact, which they believe is a deception aimed at convincing people that the Bible's account of creation is false. Another area of contention is the scientific method itself, which relies on empirical evidence, observation, and experimentation to formulate theories and laws. Some Christians view this approach as flawed, arguing that it excludes the role of faith and the supernatural. They believe that science's insistence on natural explanations for phenomena is a form of idolatry, where humans elevate their own understanding of God's revelation. This criticism, however, misunderstands the purpose of the scientific method, which is not to replace faith but to understand the natural world. The age of the Earth is another point of disagreement between science and some Christian interpretations. Scientific estimates based on radiometric dating and other methods suggest that the Earth is approximately 4.5 billion years old. In contrast, a literal reading of the Bible suggests that the Earth is around 6,000 years old. Those who believe science is satanic argue that this discrepancy is evidence of science's attempt to deceive Christians, implying that scientists are deliberately distorting data to fit an atheistic worldview. Moreover, some Christians are concerned by the moral implications of scientific advancements, particularly in fields like genetics and biotechnology. They argue that these developments, such as stem cell research and genetic engineering, are morally reprehensible and reflect a satanic desire to play God. This perspective is based on the belief that life is sacred and that any attempt to manipulate or control it is a violation of God's sovereignty. However, it's essential to recognize that the relationship between science and faith is more complex than a simple dichotomy of good vs evil. Many scientists or Christians who see their work as a way to understand and appreciate God's creation better. They argue that science and faith are complementary, not contradictory, and that each provides insights into different aspects of human existence. This integration of science and faith is evident in the work of historical figures like Isaac Newton, who saw his scientific discoveries as a way to understand the mind of God. In conclusion, the belief that science is satanic and deceptive to faithful Christians stems from a deep-seated fear that scientific discoveries will undermine biblical authority and lead people away from God. While it's understandable to have concerns about the implications of scientific advancements, it's crucial to approach these issues with a nuanced perspective, recognizing that science and faith can coexist and even complement each other. By engaging in open and honest dialogue, Christians and scientists can work together to address the ethical and moral implications of scientific discoveries, fostering a deeper understanding and appreciation of both the natural world and the divine. Ultimately, this integration can lead to a more holistic and fulfilling understanding of human existence, one that values both the insights of science and the wisdom of faith.